Hi guys, welcome back to Watch Gauge. I am John Keel. I am shooting this video today because I'm getting a lot of interest and inquiries about doing more in-depth videos on the individual particular watches that we carry on Watch Gauge. And it's something that I've wanted to do early on, and quite frankly, thank God, I've been so busy that I've not had a ton of time to make videos. So I'm going to try to bang out a bunch more of these videos, getting a closer look at the watches that we carry in the much nearer future. With that being said, I'm going to do a wrist check today. It's not the watch I'm going to do an in-depth review on, but it is in the same family. This is the BOLDR Odyssey. I'll get you a close look at that. Hopefully that's in focus. This happens to be the Ever Black edition. The one I'm going to do is called the Meteoblack. But before we get into that, many of you know I have launched in partnership with Chris Vail from NTH, I have launched a pre-order for the super hot NTH Knack in Blue and the Knack in Black, as well as introduced a brand new NTH submodel called the Nazario, which is exclusive to Watch Gauge. At the moment, all three models are exclusive to Watch Gauge. In the Knack in Black and Blue, there's two versions of each one with a date and without for both. The pre-orders are up on watchgauge.com right now. We're taking pre-orders from now till December 15th. Once December 15th comes, we are going to do an analysis of the pre-orders that came in. Based on those pre-order numbers, we're going to speculate on how many more watches we're going to have made. But if you like that watch, and you have to, it's awesome watch. But if you like that model, either the Knack in Black, Blue, or the Nazario, I would say secure it before December 15th, and you're guaranteed to get one. After December 15th, whatever numbers we make may or may not run out extremely quickly. And there's a ton of interest. So jump on watchgauge.com, check that out. $625 retail, 300 meter water resistance, and one of the slimmest 300 meter watches on the planet at 11.5 millimeters. But there's a lot more detail on the website. So let's get into the watch I'm going to take a close look at with you guys. I have it here in front of my hands. It is the BOLDR Odyssey Meteoblack. Before we get into the specs and details, couple quick notes about this watch. It's got a true Meteorite Dial. I'm going to give you an up-close look at that. Incredible lume. You're going to be able to get to take a look at the lume. What's really special about this piece, aside from it being a kick-ass watch, is that it's got a Meteorite Dial, an authentic Meteorite Dial, and it's limited to 100 pieces worldwide. Now, I've done as much research online as I can. I believe they're completely sold out worldwide. I may be wrong, but I've gone to all of BOLDR's retail partner websites that I could find, and they're all sold out, as well as they're sold out on BOLDR. I do believe that I have the last ones here on the planet. If I'm wrong, please correct me in the comments, and I certainly will give due credit to whoever still has them in stock. I have 5 pieces left of the Meteoblack, which is limited to 100 pieces. So once you get an in-depth look, if you like what you see, contact me, place an order, and you can get one of the last 5 on the planet. So let's take a much closer look at this particular watch. Okay, so to take a closer look at the BOLDR Odyssey Meteoblack, I want to start with the packaging. This is the box that it comes in. There's an exterior box, but I didn't feel any need to show that. So it comes in one of these waterproof, shockproof, Pelican-style cases, which I think is really a great touch, particularly for a dive watch, for a sport watch. You know, it's protective, and it serves as a carrying case if you're traveling with it. So then we pop it open here by 2 locks, and that's the packaging. As I mentioned, super protective. It's got foam on this side, foam on this side. You see place for the watch. You've got an additional rubber strap. I'm wearing my piece on the rubber strap. It's super comfortable. Mine's number 59 of 500, and this is again the Ever Black edition. And underneath, if you lift up the foam here with the watch and the strap in it, you have your warranty card, you have your instruction manual, and then you have a series of pretty cool decals. Boulder is all about being bold, being strong, being adventurous, and they've come up with a couple of pretty cool, I guess, taglines. So if at first you don't succeed, then skydiving definitely is not for you. A truer statement has never been made. A diamond is merely a lump of coal that did well under pressure. Ain't no mountain boulder enough. And the fourth one here is, when the going gets tough, the tough get bolder. So pretty cool marketing, pretty cool advertising and company image. And then, of course, as I mentioned before, you have the warranty card, you have the instruction manual, all underneath there. So getting a closer look at the Meteoblack itself, and you know, it's going to be obvious why I picked this watch to do one of my first in-depth close-ups of. First of all, to me it's an awesome watch. It's what the name says. It's bolder, man. The thing clocks in at 45.5 millimeters, so it's a bit healthier in size than I typically would wear. But the reason I like wearing mine is because it does wrap nicely around the wrist. If you see those curved down lugs, and then if you get a shot of how it's hugging my wrist, I've got a 7.5-inch wrist, so my wrist is what I would consider extremely average. So it wears pretty well for me, particularly. I feel comfortable in it. I enjoy wearing it. So bolder. That's the name. That's the image they want to portray, and truthfully, that's what they are. So let's kind of get into the specs, get into what I like about this particular watch. First of all, if you guys follow my Instagram, if you follow, my Facebook, my personal Facebook, and even the watch gauge one, I am a dive watch guy. I'm just naturally drawn to them. If you look in my personal watch box, I'd say 70% of my watches are dive watches. So that's one of the reasons I picked this watch to begin with. So one of the reasons I chose to highlight the BOLDR Odyssey Meteoblack as a feature right now is because of the limited edition. So I've got 5 different BOLDR Odyssey versions in the shop here in my headquarters, in my office. And if you notice on mine is number 59 of 500. So 5 of the models that we have are limited to 500 pieces. Now the Meteoblack with the Meteorite Dial, you see there, is limited to 100 pieces worldwide. And again, I've done a bit of research. I've looked at every BOLDR retailer as well as the BOLDR website that I could find, and I believe everywhere else on the planet is sold out except for WatchGauge. We've got 5 of these guys here. So let's kind of get into the specs a little bit more. As I mentioned, the case is 45.5 millimeters in diameter, not including the crown and those crown guards there. The depth of this watch is 16 millimeters, so it's got some good height to it. It's a really pretty hefty watch. The case itself is 316 stainless steel, and the bezel. One thing I give them credit for is they have gone with a DLC treatment on this bezel. For those of you not clearly familiar with DLC, it's a hardened coating that goes on top of the stainless steel. Now, you may see watches that have a black coating or even a colored coating that say PVD. PVD is a different animal. PVD is not that difficult to scratch, and once you scratch that, you can see that metal underneath, and it's almost impossible, unless sending it back to the factory for retreatment, to get that black coating back. DLC stands for diamond-like carbon. That just basically leads to the fact that black, that DLC, is almost completely impervious to scratching and any other kind of wear. So that's why I kind of give them credit for going with the DLC treatment over a PVD. The DLC treatment is more costly and more difficult to do. So the DLC, again, give them props on that. The crown is a triple lock crown with that BOLDR logo, which I believe is upside down to you guys there. So there you go. So a highly embossed BOLDR logo on a triple lock crown. And then on this side of the case, you notice that little dot there. that is a helium escape valve. Now, a helium escape valve, the purpose of that, again, for those of you who already know it, I apologize for being redundant for you, but for those of you not familiar with a helium escape valve gives the watch the ability to release helium when you go deeper and deeper and deeper into the water. So if somebody were to take this watch 100 meters deep, 200 meters deep, helium builds up inside the case, and that can affect the water integrity. That little automatic valve there will let the helium release on its own automatically. And then the case back, I'm going to go to a still shot here, but the case back is really unique. It's an ultra tough, high resistance 6-screw case back is what they call it. But the design here is really unique. It was designed by Melbourne artist Ashwin Rowan. And you can see it's got a wave type pattern in there with the constellations, I guess referencing to the stars and the night and as well as the oceans and the waves. Now let's take a real close look at the dial. That's what makes this watch so special. This meteorite itself is known as the Manyan Alusta. So the Manyan Alusta meteorite. And I'm sure I pronounced that correctly, obviously. So again, it was discovered in the Arctic Circle in Sweden in 1906 and roughly 6 billion years old. Now every one of these dials, because it's a substance made in nature, is going to have completely unique graining, as unique as your fingerprint. The water resistance on the BOLDR Odyssey Meteoblack is 500 meters. So that's a serious dive watch. The other thing that makes the Meteoblack version of the BOLDR Odyssey different than the other versions is the Meteoblack houses a Swiss STP automatic movement. Now the STP is the STP 1-11, which is an automatic. It's got self-winding. It has hacking seconds, which means that the seconds will actually stop when you pull the crown out, so you can set it to extreme accuracy. And it's got a 44-hour power reserve. So that's a closer look at the BOLDR Odyssey Meteoblack. As I mentioned a couple times, limited to 100 pieces worldwide. I'm pretty sure it's sold out everywhere else on the planet except for here on Watch Gauge. The retail price is $599. We've got 5 pieces, and I'm pretty sure they're going to be sold out pretty soon. So if you're interested, jump on watchgauge.com, place your order now. I'll get it shipped right out to you. Everything that I ship domestically in the United States is FedEx second day. International, we ship FedEx International Economy. All of that shipping is free. It's on my dime, so that gives you just another reason to jump on watchgauge.com and purchase a watch. And so as always, follow us on Instagram @WatchGauge, on Twitter @WatchGauge. Facebook.com/WatchGauge is our Facebook page. Make sure you like that, follow that, share that with all your friends. Here on YouTube, leave any comments that you want below in the section down here. In the lower right-hand section of the screen here, you're going to see a little Watch Gauge logo. That is our subscribe button, so hit that, subscribe to us, share us. Any of that help is greatly appreciated. Again, don't forget about the NTH Knockin' and NTH Nazario pre-orders going on as we speak from now till December 15th. Jump on Watch Gauge. Call me, reach out to me, email me, message me, whatever it may be. I'm here for you, loving what I'm doing, and I hope you enjoyed the BOLDR Meteoblack. Check that out, and we will get back to you very soon. Look forward to the next video, guys. Take care. Thank you so much.